archers understand this. How were you grouping?
Not as accurate as I would like to see it.
Yeah, but you grouped quite well. They look pretty much the same, don't they? Yeah. Are they exactly the same? No. But they're very close to the same. You're grouping well. You are not thinking about making an individual letter or guiding the pen or the pencil. You're in the creative side of your brain, more right side, and that is creative. That's the creative side, the feel side. When you sign your name, you don't think about letters. Now, you have a feel to it. How did we get there?
Practicing.
You started many years ago. And you've done your name signature thousands of times, right? And it has a feel. And that's the creative side of your brain. So, how do we get our best arrow groups for score? We need to be in the creative side of our brain and not the analytical side. So, here's what's happening when you step to the line. The announcement is made, this end is for score.
Yeah, yes, Sanjay.
Right? And so now you're paying attention analytically to where your feet are, where your target is, right? And how to set, well, knock the arrow, set the hands, right? Raise the bow. But at some point, you need to shift away from that analytical stuff to the feel. So that by the time, for a scoring arrow now, by the time you get here, you're in the creative focus, right side, the feel. This has a feel. And if I feel that every shot, I get the best repetition.
As we repeat our signature.
Right. So you need to make that shift. You need to shift your focus. So the title of this exercise is Focus Shifting Exercises, or Attention Shifting Exercises.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
Today I'm new in this. I noticed something when I aim and I start thinking about the float of the point.
Yeah.
You just don't do it. But today I just blitzed it. I just did it quickly. I just aimed and released. Aimed and released, and it was much better. It was
Okay, so instead of focusing on where the pin is and analytically guiding it, you need to forget about that. Let the eyes look at the center. The sight will be there floating around, and your conscious needs to be on the most important part of the shot, here. This has to feel like it's in control. And then I get my best opportunity to repeat. And we just proved that to you right here. What happened when you started tracing your name? Everybody shut up. Didn't they? You didn't, no, you were guiding that. Oh my, right. You slowed down. There was no feel. There was no smoothness. Yeah. Okay, so you need to create a word or a phrase, a word phrase, that you can associate with this feel. So that when you step to the line for score, you can say, this is my word or phrase, is going home position where I feel in charge in my back. So when I step to the line, I'm thinking, okay, take this shot home. I have to be on the field side of my shot. And so I do all of this analytically, draw, and think, okay, going home, going home. So that's been my word or phrase. I knew it worked long before I could explain it in psychological terms.
You said it, Johan did it. You said it and Johan did it.
He went home.
He went home.
All right. Yeah. So everybody has a different word or phrase that they come up with to say to yourself. So professional athletes have this. The tennis players have this because, you know, they have hired help coaching them. They have the sports psychiatrist and like the sports teams at home. I work with a sports psychiatrist who works with several of our professional sports teams at home, baseball and football, you know, American football. And so I've been learning how to explain this, what's going on. And I knew, you know, I knew what my phrase was, and I was trying to feel the shot rather than worry about precise aiming. So I don't want to guide my sight pin. I want to feel the shot. And then I get, and you proved it to yourself here, you get repeat signatures by feel. Now when you're practicing at Blank Bale, it's all analytical. Darwish is working on this hand, not rolling it up, holding it more toward neutral and getting it flattened out. So that's got to be all analytical until that becomes a habit.
Comes a signature.
Yeah, some people call it. And but it has this feel to it. Oh, this is how it feels good now. Not this, but this. So that's a little mind game that I like passing along to people. Because, you know, I get a lot of questions at home. Well, I need some help from you about my mental game. So, and they do. Yeah. They don't have a plan. They don't understand how the brain is working, how their focus is working. So it's quite simple to make the point here. You have to now do it. That means a lot of practice. How many times have you signed your name to get a feel to it? Whoa, a lot. I like doing this because it gets so quiet when everybody has to trace their name.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Questions?
Anybody
It was
wants to
quiet.
put it in layman
Yeah,
terms?
Yeah.
In layman terms, in Dubai terms, because we
Yeah.
speak a different kind of English in here.
Yeah.
American accent.
No, it's not American accent. You know, well, like, you know, we try to, like, you know, modify the sentences to make it, like, you know,
Yeah.
understandable for everybody.
How do you stay in the creative part of your mind and at the same time pull the trigger? How do you instruct
trigger?
back tension?
Yes. The feeling here.
So this is
of
the only way
this-
to.
Right. If you introduce a trigger, now your conscious gets analytical with the trigger. Oh, I got to touch the trigger. Be careful, it might go off.
Anticipation.
Yeah.
Anticipation.
And so it becomes about the trigger and what's lost. Back here.
Just go
And if this gets lost, the follow-through gets lost. And then you're throwing the release in the dirt. Why do I keep doing this?
So what happens in competitions? Why you can't do the techniques right?
Because we are working them more with the left side of our brain.
Yeah,
Why
we
we
get
do that?
analytical.
We get caught up in
Because
the
we
crowd.
are human.
We try to
Yeah.
focus more, right?
Or perhaps we get nervous and we just
Yeah,
start
that's
getting
also
too
there.
wary of ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, look at your cell phone. What do you do on there?
Procrastinate.
That's about all analytical stuff, right? They have you thinking in the future. Oh, if you buy this shirt, you will be Mr. Macho. If you buy the shirt in the future, if you don't, this is the unsaid part, if you don't buy it, you're trash.
At least you stay what you are.
Yeah. And it always has you thinking in the future. And if we're thinking about this, that's in the present. And it takes great discipline.
Not thinking of the result. What comes. Not thinking of the result at the time.
Yeah. We've got to get away from the result because that's in the future. And you have to shoot the arrow now with this. And so we do that in front of the blank bale a lot, and getting in the right body position so that we can do it efficiently.
So would you say that the right way to start archery is to do that, blank bail, and just
Yeah.
practice your posture?
At
Yeah.
least part of your practice discipline, at least to start.
Yeah, there's got to be a major part of it. Stretch band, you saw me with these. Just getting the body position rehearsed. And you can have this anywhere you go. Okay. And so if you're drawing with the recurve, you can practice this. Or if you're drawing with the compound, we have the hands start out closer together. Then we have things to do with the shoulder line there, and draw, stop, tighten in the back. In fact, you can have a little D-loop on here, and you're releasing. And then your coworkers think, oh boy, ooh,
He's going nuts.
he's at it again. and that's okay. Yes, we're like our ancestors 50,000 years ago. That's how we all got here, I think.
Probably.
Yes, they had the bow and arrow set, and they
Good
killed
morning,
their-
everybody.
killed their
Good
fish.
morning.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Questions? Any more questions? It's a